Ndị be anyị ekene m unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke tata. Anyị si daalụ niile na ụmụ ife kunu si wee na-esoro anyị n'ihe anyị na-eme n'iru akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24. Anyị si ka ọ dịrị ncha niile na mma na ihe ọbụla bụ ebumnobi onye Igbo chọrọ n'ụwa na ọ ga-eweta ya, na mkpagbu niile a na-akpagbu anyị bụ ka dịmọ na-akpagbu anyị dịmọ ka anyị na-aga n'iru. Ise dịka o si dị tata bụkwa ụbọchị nke afọ nke bụ 9th of March 2024 bụ Saturday. Gee ntị unu gee ntị n'ife anyị wetara unu maka abụ mkpa anyị kwere unu n'iru akwụkwọ na ga na-ewetara unu daily update gbasara maka ife na-eme n'obodo a. Ị ga-ese ya bụ ife a bụ maka bandit Fulani herdsmen bụrụ ụmụ akwụkwọ. Ịmụ n'oge a na-eme anyị ya ọchọ na ọsọsọ ndị Igbo ka ọ na-eme, mara gezie ntị kịta na ozugo ebe niile ya bụ mmiri ejugo awa ọnụ. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ife dropụrụ anyị kọmentị ka ife iche n'iru akwụkwọ gbasara maka ihe ndị a.
The name of God, where is our president? Where is our governor? Please don't let them take them away from us. Please follow them to the forest and rescue our loved ones. In some families, 7 members were kidnapped. Another 5 were taken.
After receiving reports of a bandit attack on a primary and secondary school in Kaduna, Governor Obasani led a delegation to Kuriga village in Chikun local government to get first-hand information of the incident. Narrating the tragic incident to the governor, a teacher in the school says at GSS Kuriga, 187 students are presently missing, while in the primary school, 125 pupils were initially missing, but 25 returned home.
I resumed to the school today at exactly 7:47 a.m. I entered the acting principal's office and signed. All of a sudden, the acting principal asked me to look at my back, and when I turned, we discovered that bandits had surrounded the school premises. We became confused. We didn't know where to go. Then bandits asked us to enter the bush. We obeyed them. Because there were many and the pupils were about 700 were following us. So when we entered the bush, I was lucky to escape alongside many other people. So I returned to the village and reported what happened to the community. Immediately, our vigilante and personnel of Cadvis followed the bandits, but the vigilante did not succeed. In fact, the bandit killed one of the vigilante. We just buried him a while ago. It was when we came back from that pursuit that we blew the village head and we started making efforts to know the actual number of pupils and teachers that were taken by bandits. At GSS Kuriga, 187 students are presently missing. In the primary school, 125 pupils were initially missing, but 25 of them escaped and returned home.
An emotional chief of Kuriga town laments the insecurity in the area and appeals to the governor to assist in the deployment of troops to secure lives and property. While addressing the community, Governor Obasani sympathized with the parents and families of the abducted students, although he says the figures of those abducted is still sketchy. However, he is working tirelessly to ensure that those abducted regain their freedom unhurt.
We have not been able to know the number of the children or the students that have been kidnapped. But what I can say here is that by the grace of God, under my able leadership, we will try as much as possible to ensure that every child return by the grace of God, inshallah. We are doing our best. I'm going to work with the community leaders. I want to work with the traditional leaders here, as well as the youth, to ensure that every child return back home by the grace of God.
Residents of Kuriga village troop out in their numbers to cheer the governor for coming to identify with them promptly. They also commend him for promising to build a police station in the community. Nisi Gabriel, Arise News, Kaduna.
Approximately 287 students, both primary and secondary in Kaduna State, have been abducted. Dr. Bate start to the morning today. Unfortunate news. Your take on the story?
Well, sad and unfortunate, coming particularly at a time when government spokespersons and other government officials have been saying that there seems to be a respite in terms of school abductions in the Northwest and the Northeast, particularly. And then you have this incident of about 287 students, being abducted from the government secondary school and also from the LEA primary and secondary school in Kuriga, in Chingun local government area of Kaduna State. Now, we were told that the original number actually was 312. The number reduced to 287 because of the 25 students from the primary school that managed to escape. Now, this is reminiscent of Chibok. Chibok girls in January 2014, 276 were abducted. And over the years, we've been having repeated cases of schools being targeted. In this same Kaduna State, in July 2021, 150 students were abducted. In this same Kaduna State, in 2023, in Kachia local government, GSS secondary school, Awon, in a place called Awon, 10 students were abducted. And anytime this happens, we hear the same story. Government will say, we will address the problem, we will make sure that the students are rescued. Yes, in the July 2021 incident of 150 students, those students were rescued. But it's not always that these students are rescued. Now, a number of issues here. The governor visited and said, the people of Kuriga, don't worry, we'll be able to, we'll do everything, whatever it takes to get the kidnapped students and their teachers rescued, because some teachers were part of that number of 287. Now, what we are back to is one, are the states capable of rescuing anybody? The governors are called chief security officers of the state, but do they have the infrastructure? Do they have the machinery? Do they have what it takes to provide enough security for the people in their various states? The governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sani, has said he has briefed the National Security Advisor. Our expectation is that through a combination of efforts between the state and the National Security Advisor, these children will be rescued. No child should be abandoned. No child should be treated in this manner. Section 34 of the 1999 Constitution talks about the dignity of the human person.
And by that only kunisnes niru edeke isowe ge ya bife inuru ye the ballon the gentle lion kwase niru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke tata no ọzọ dị ka ibe ya bụ ka efi nwere ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile okwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ ife okwu olili nne okwu ya dịka osi dị ka efi nwere ike ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife drop ya on the comment section below. Chetakwa ya bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si were wetara unu n'okwu ozi ya dị oke mkpa. Daalụ na ụmụnne m gwa nke